So very good morning to everyone. In today's class, we are going to start with the new chapter that is moving ahead with Microsoft Access. Okay. Now, there are certain things which I need to refer from the textbook today. That is, we will be learning basically about field properties. Okay. Individual field properties of every field, how we can set those properties. I hope I've started recording. Yes. The very first is when we come to field property, the very first property we see is field size. Okay, the field size property enables us to determine the size or width of the field. Now, it is different for text and different for numbers. So let me just tell you what it is. Here you can see one second. My tabletop is very cluttered, so I'm just trying to so here, wait a sec. Take which color? Okay. So you can see text over here. It's very thick. Let me just decrease the thickness a little bit. So you can see text, and you can fix the length of any textual field, whether short text. Usually, if it is a short text, you can have maximum size up to 255 and minimum 1. So you can set, suppose if you want to set a field which should contain maximum 10 characters, then you can just set it to 10. Understood? So how can you do that? So we'll go back to our database, and here we will open employee details, and we'll switch to the design view. For this, you need to switch to the design view, students. Okay, so here we have first name, and let's come down here, or we come to mobile number, because usually mobile number should not be more than 10 characters. So field size you can see here, and this you can set as 10. And once you set it as 10, save that. We'll see. Sometimes it takes some time to save. The size of one or more fields has been changed to a shorter size. If data is lost, validation rules may be violated. Do you want to continue? So just press yes. So all the data in this is what, up to 10 characters only. Okay, I will tell you how to make that setting. For the time being, I'm just going to remove this input mask from here and make it, just save it. And you can see there are 10 characters over here. Okay. Next is we have number. Okay. So over here we have number. The number field size, it differs according to its data type. At first we have byte, which can accept integer values ranging from 0 to 255 only, and it uses 1 byte of memory. Please go on marking these statements in your textbook, students, because with this you will be able to understand the range of the values which can be stored. So if you have a very small number, like for example, it could be ID, okay, it could be roll number. Understood? So all these values whose main value doesn't exceed 255, it is within 255, you can take that. Whose length doesn't exist 255. Next is integer. Integers can accept values from -32768 to 32767. So how? Let me explain. This is your number line. Here you have 0. Here you have all the positive values. And here you have all the negative values. So In the negative value, it has the last number as 32768 minus 32768, and here it has 32767. So in between we have a 0. Okay, so minus 32768 2. We cannot take 32767 because the 0 is also included over here, and it needs how much? 2 bytes of storage memory. Next is long integer. If you want to store, now the reason why we were not able to store our mobile number, why? Because if our mobile number is 98935, suppose this is the mobile number, okay. How many digits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 10 digits. And over here you can count what is the list, what is the limit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here also we have 10 digits only, and the last number which you can save is this. Okay. 2147483 647, which is less than this number. That is why it was not, that field was not accepting long integer, and we had to set it to what? We had to set it to text. Next is single. Now single accepts what value? Values which are fractional values or real numbers. Okay, let me give you a small explanation about this. Now, they are basically known as real numbers or decimal numbers, or also known as, in computing terms, it is also known as floating point numbers. Why floating point numbers? Because there is a point or there is a decimal symbol which keeps floating in the number. Okay, sometimes you can shift that floating point towards the left, sometimes you shift it towards the right, and that is how you can express the number in the scientific notation. So right now, if I change this, if I change its data type to single, suppose I am selecting this as not short text, but I set it as number, and from here field size, can just check this. If this field size, if I change this to any of these, that is, for example, I make it as single, then you'll be able to see how it will store the number. Data would be lost, it's giving me. So let's switch back, and here you can see it changes it into the scientific notation. Okay. So normally floating point values. One second here. So floating point values are those which have a decimal point floating in between. If I write something like,
Good morning, ma'am.
good morning, total, how many digits are there? 10 digits. Okay. Now this thing, if I have to specify in the form of scientific notation, usually Access stores floating point values in which form? Mantissa and exponent form. And that is the scientific notation which you have studied. So if I write it, normally it would be like this, that is this whole number dot 0. That is how we represent numbers. Now this point, it will shift it over here. So it would become, one sec, into 10 raised to the power. How many? You can see 1 less than 10, that would be 9. So that is exactly how it is saving it over here. And after 7, it has taken E. That is only, it has just rounded it off 98935 369. So here it has just truncated these three values and rounded this 6 to 7, and into it had, because it had to move 9 spaces, 9 digits over towards the left. So into 10 raised to the power 9. So this is represented this way. 37, and this into 10 is represented using E. E and raised to the power 9 is represented as plus 9. So that's the reason why you can see plus 9 or plus 09, which is one and the same thing. So this thing represents into 10 raised to the power 9. Understood this? How Access stores these values. So if you are trying to save any phone number, it is barely readable. So that is why we try to save phone number as text. Next is you have double value. So that now for single, the range is this: minus 3.4 into 10 raised to the power 38 to 3.4 into 10 raised to the power 38. And double, this is the range, although we won't be needing this much. Next is decimal. Decimal values have a higher range, as you can see over here, minus 9.999 and so on into 10 raised to the power 27 to 9.999, so on into 10 raised to the power 27. And it needs how much? 12 bytes. This uses 8 bytes. This uses 4 bytes. Okay. And replication ID we don't need right now over here, so I'm just skipping that. Next is auto number. Now auto number automatically generates numbers and its range is this. Okay. It is used to store unique numeric values ranging from 1 to 2147483 648. When the new field value property is set to increment, and from this to this. Okay, so this we don't need. Basically, you need to remember this one. There are certain things which are out of the scope of your syllabus. Now, let us try to do this hands-on computer. Start Microsoft Access, create a new database named as contact details. Using table design view, create a new table in the database named contact. So this is your database name and this is the name of the table. Fine. So very important is whenever you get a question, you have to first figure out what is the database name and what is the table name which you have to use. So these are the fields and their data types which are given here. And let us see some other points. Set the field contact ID as primary field. Save the table by the name contacts. Now open the table contacts once again in editing mode and set field properties as described below. So let's do this. Okay. So very first thing is we have to create a new database. So we'll go back to Access and from here, I'll go to File. I'll go to New, click on Blank Database and save it as what name? We have to save it as Contact Details. This is it. We have saved it and click on Create. So by default, now it is saved in My Documents. Okay. Now we have a table here. What do we need to do for this table? We need to save this table with a name. So I'll be checking what name. The name would be contacts. So save and give the name as contacts. And click on OK. And here you can see that it takes the name contacts. Okay. Now next is create the following field. So I'm going to directly switch to the design view and here I'm going to create the field. The first one is contact ID, which has to be auto number and it is already set to primary key. So contact ID and I'm typing the field names as it has been mentioned in the question. Now for auto number, you can see the field properties over here. Field size is set as long integer. Okay, so its size is what? Long integer only. And how do you want the new values? Increment or random? So I want the values to be in incrementing fashion. Random means any value will be taken from anywhere. First value could be 5, second could be 4, third value could be 100, fourth value could be 1000, any value. But I don't want it that way. I want it to be incremented. Start from 1 and go on incrementing by 1. Okay. Next value is f name. So I'm going to divide the screen into two parts, and accordingly I will be typing over here. So next is f name, and its type is text. So I'll keep it as short text. Next is l name, that is last name. Then address, that can also be taken as short text. Then we have phone number, and that can be taken as number. They have taken it as number. We will see how to change that. Mobile number, they have also taken that as number. And date of birth, that is date and time. So you can just press D from your keyboard and it automatically changes to date time. And you have email ID, and that will be taken as short text. Fine, so we have done this, and let's now check what are the things. Set field contact ID as primary key field, that is already set. Save the table, yes, it is already saved. Now open the table again in the editing mode. So this is the editing mode, and set the field properties as described below. F name length 25 characters. So over here, I'm going to first select F name, come down here, come to field size and set it to how much? 25 characters. Next is L name, last name also 25 characters. So this is last name, come down here, set this also to 25 characters. Next is address has 100 characters. So address, I'm going to select address and set this as 100 characters. Okay, and save the file. Close and save the table, close Microsoft Access. So now you can just check how much it can accept, maximum 25 characters. L name can accept maximum 25 characters. Address can access maximum 100 characters. If I now switch to the design data sheet view and I type something which exceeds 25k, it's not accepting anything more than, see, I'm typing continuously, but it is not accepting anything more than 25 characters. So this way you can limit your fields. Okay, if any name is within 25 characters, it will readily accept that. And same way address also. Now in phone number, we'll have to do something by changing it to either single or double. Single is okay, but long will not work. Okay, so for phone number, if it is landline, then I can easily change it. Like if I type it as, this can be accepted. Why? Because it is within the range of long, but mobile number is usually 10 fields long, so it will not accept it. This will not be accepted. So for doing this, what we need to do is either change it to text or change it to what? Increase its width. So let's try doing that. So we are going to switch. Firstly, we'll have to remove the data from here. Okay, and then we'll have to switch to this view. We'll have to go to mobile number and look for the field size. So field size right now it is long integer. You can set from here single, double, decimal. So I'm going to set it as, maybe if I set it as decimal, it should work. Precision, I can just give the precision as 0. Let's try this out. Okay, decimal places. Okay, it should be at least once. Okay, I'll provide 1 as the precision. And decimal places, what it should be, let me check. Decimal places, I will set it as 0. And I'm going to save it, and I'm going to this mode now. Decimal fields precision is too small to accept the numeric key. Okay, so I'm going to again make it as 0. Some problem is there. Let's try to solve the problem. I am doing a little hit and trial, students. Okay. Yes, now it has accepted. Why? Because I have made some changes here. Precision means the total number of digits. So I have set the maximum number of digits as 25. If you want, you can set it as 10 also. Suppose let me take it as 10 and try doing it, but it is saying giving me some error. Okay, let's see. Okay, next one I'm trying to insert some other mobile number. Maybe I can just insert here. Yes, so it has accepted. So number of digits of precision, I have provided 10. So that is the reason why it accepted 10 values, and decimal places I have given 0 because in phone number I do not want any decimal places. So you can set its field size to single or decimal or double, and you have to set these values, that is precision as 10 and decimal places as 0. I hope you all understood this. So with this you can set your field properties. So you have to do some hit and trial also sometimes. Yes.
Can we use the date of birth under short text?
See, if you use date of birth under short text, then you will have to, whatever you type there, it will be recognized as a string. And the problem would be that anybody can write anything over there. Instead of writing a month name, anybody can write someone's name also. Data entry operator can commit mistakes. Why? Because date time is a specific field which accepts the value only in this format. DD, YYYY format. Okay, and along with this, time is also there. Hours, minutes, that is for minutes it will be and SS for seconds. And along with this, you can have AM or PM associated with this. This is a fixed format which is supported by date time field. And you can also perform some operations on date and type, like date and time. Like you need to figure out in suppose you are creating a hotel database where you have a table named as customers, and you have a field called, you have two fields, check in, check out. Now you want to figure out how many hours the customer spent in the hotel room. So for that, what you need to do is check out time minus check-in time you will have to do. Understood? And you need to figure out the exact number of hours. So that type of calculation can only be done on date and time. And you already know that on string or text, you cannot perform any calculations. That is why you should always prefer using date time data type for date and time values. Clear? Preet?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Next is format property. This field property is used to change the appearance of data when entered in the field. Different data types have their own formatting types. Like for example, we have number data type. So format, I'll just show it to you. As I have already changed it. So suppose right now I have selected this mobile number field over here. And this is format property. And in format, you can get a drop down. Which format you want to save? General number, you can see general number over here. That is number dot and then the number of digits of precision. That is number of digits after the decimal place. or you want to save it as currency, or you want to save it as euro, fixed, standard. Now fixed is like this, that is this decimal point is not going to shift anywhere, it will stay over there, that is it will not float in the number and change it into scientific notation. It will avoid changing the number into scientific notation because its position is fixed. Standard is using a separator. You can see a comma after 3. So if you have numbers like 20,000, so after 20 you will get a comma and then dot for representing decimal. Percentage, that is divide the number by 100 and represent it in the form of percentage. Scientific notation is the last option. So you can figure out which way you want to save. So because it is mobile number field, I don't need any of these formats. So I will select general number only. Okay, so this is how I can do this. Save this, come back, and you can see no changes have been made over here. So what are the various types? You have general number, you have currency, you have euro, okay, which will have a euro symbol over here, dollar symbol, and because in my PC I have already customized it to use the Indian currency symbol, so it is using the Indian currency symbol. There is one way, if you have the required Windows update or if you're using an updated Windows 10 operating system, you can also get the currency symbol like this. Wait a sec, let me open MS Word and show it to you. You have your right alt key or alt GR key on the keyboard, which is on the right, which is the right side alt. So press alt key and press the key which is 4, on which dollar sign is there, and you will get the Indian rupee symbol from there. So keep the, for the shortcut key which I have used is alt GR, that is the right side alt, plus 4, numeric key 4, okay, on which dollar is printed. So with this you can get the rupee symbol. Okay, next is fixed. As I already told you, displays at least one digit along with the basic settings used for negative numbers, decimals and currency. And percentage, sorry, it multiplies the value by 100 and displays the number with a percent sign. This number 0.1234, if you multiply it by 100, then it would be represented as 12. It would be converted into 12.34 and it will be represented as 12%. Okay. Similarly, next you have scientific notation. So I already explained how scientific notation works. 3456.789 is there. So this point will be shifted over here. So it will be 3.4 and this 5 will be rounded to 6 because after this we have a 6. E, that is into 10 raised to the power, wait, it normally you would write into 10 raised to the power. How many digits did you shift? 3 digits. Into 10 raised to the power 3, which will be written as E03. Okay, and normally if even if you have not specified this plus, it is considered as plus. If it is written as E minus 03, it means into 10 raised to the power minus 3. Understood? Next is date time data. So let us try to figure out some date time format over here. We'll go to this mode, and this is the D of B, that is date time format field. Come down and here we go to format, and here we just press this drop down arrow, general date. You can see general date, which is having date as well as time. So there are just single dashes or hyphens in between the year, month and the date. The first one, 12, is what? Date. So it is DD dash MM dash 2015. That is year. So the format used is DD dash mm dash y, and along with this hours, minutes, seconds. So that is the format which is used, the very first one. And the date and the time is in which format? Can anyone tell me? Is it in the AM PM format or 24 hours format? 12-hour format is the AM PM format. Is it in the 12-hour format or the 24-hour format? General
24 hours.
It is in the 24-hour format. So 1734 represents evening 5:34. Okay. And 23 seconds. Long date. When you are representing date in the 24-hour format, you do not specify AM or PM. That is only specified in 12-hour format. Long date 12 November 2015. Date वही है, बस उसका format change हो रहा है. Medium date 12-9-15. Short date, long time, that is now certain times. You don't need to specify what date. For example, you just want to know how many hours a person worked. So date will be the same. Only thing you need to worry about is the time. Okay. So you can also use this date time field to specify only the time. Although internally it will save the date as well as the time, which makes us time stamp. Time will consist of date also and the time also. Okay. Only thing is that it is going to display only the time part of it. Understood? सिर्फ टाइम वाला पार्ट डिस्प्ले करेगा, लेकिन इंटरनली डेट और टाइम दोनों स्टोर करेगा. मीडियम टाइम PM AM PM format, that is 12-hour format, and short time is in the 24-hour format. So it's up to you. Suppose I change it to long date format and save it and go to the data sheet view, and I enter some date of birth over here. Suppose I have entered this, so you can see when I go to the next field, it has changed it into which format? Long date format. This you can also change by going to table option. From the table option, you can select here. You can go to the formatting group, data type, and from here also you can select the data type, and from format you can also select the format. So medium date, long time, this is time. I've not specified any time there, that's why this is also the time. So you can also exactly specify at which date and time the person was born. So we don't usually require that. So this is how you can change it. Okay, one second. Yes, I've taken the attendance. Fine. So all these values are there. So just give it a read, students. Next is yes, no data type. Now, yes, no is used for all those things, like if you are creating a customer table in a hotel database. Okay. Along with customer name and all, you have a field named, sorry, not customer. This would kind of absurd. Suppose you have a table which describes rooms, like room number 101, whether it is a suite or a single bed or a double bedroom. So you can just write single bedroom, and whether it is occupied or not. So suppose you have a specific field named occupied. Occupied, yes, it means there are occupants in the room, there are people who are there in the room. If it is empty, occupied will be no. Understood? So this such type of fields which require only two values, true or false, yes or no, on or off, they will be using which data type? Yes, no. I'll give one more example. You have a student database, okay, and within that you have a table named student details. Now, one second. There is a field named scholarship. Either the student is studying on the scholarship or no. So if the student is not studying honor scholarship, it will be no. If the student is studying honor scholarship, it will be yes. So wherever you find no, you will be able to understand that those students are not they are not availing a scholarship. Others are availing a scholarship. So those fields where you need what, yes or no, they are what, yes, no. Okay. And they have used some values. True or false will display the value as either true or false. Let us check this out. Do we have any field like that? No. So let us save it as contact name. So we will use something like married. We will try to figure out whether the person is married or not. Okay. So we just want to check the marital status of the person. So for here, for this, we will be using the yes, no. So you can see the format yes, no. You can change this format, make it as true or false. Okay, let's see what happens with this. I'll go to the data sheet view. Married, a checkbox. Okay, you'll get a checkbox in either field. You can also set it as on or off. That will also just give you a checkbox only. Here you will be able to see a checkbox field only. Only thing, when you are exporting the data somewhere, there the data would be displayed as true or false, or yes, no, or as check on and off. Next is this is something which is very complicated. So I'm just going to, this is a complex property which you need to understand very well. Okay. Input mask property. Now, what is input mask? Sometimes when you might have seen, when you are filling online forms, you get fields which accept the data in the actual format. Like for example, email, it might give you a placeholder like that is, this part should accept the host name. For example, I can write my email ID. Okay. Then there has to be an @ which is mandatory. After that, you need the domain name and the domain extension. So placeholder will be provided such that the person is able to enter the data in the correct format. User will go on typing typing the host name. So I'll continue typing the host name. It will keep accepting it till the next @. Then afterwards, the moment I press space, it will quickly move on. It will just jump to this location and type Gmail. Then it will jump to this location and type .com. So it makes our data entry easy. You might have seen this many a times when you are filling CVV number or expiry date, when you are doing some online transaction using your debit or credit card. Have you seen this? You have a box, and in this box you already have the slash. Type okay, sorry, this slash is usually for expiry date. So the first one would be like the month, and the next one would be the year. So the moment you type the third digit, it will jump to this location and the digit would be typed. So this is how it accepts. And CVV, it accepts only 3 values. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and it won't accept any more values. So you might have seen, have you seen this? And even for credit card or debit card number, it would be like first 4, then automatically a dash would appear, then automatically a dash would appear. Okay, and also serial keys for softwares. There also a dash is there. Understood? So you go on typing and it automatically goes on accepting the dashes. So have you seen such kind of field, students? Yes or no? Just tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
कई बार देखा होगा.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I want
Yes,
to
ma'am.
ask you all, give me examples where you have seen such things, where you have seen such kind of fields. Can you give me examples? ऐसे fields जो अपने आप डेटा को
Like
एक्सेप्ट
in
करते हैं और उसको
OTP.
फॉर्मेट भी. OTP कैसे? हाउ? Anyone can tell me? Anybody? You might have seen this in your daily life.
Ma'am, when we set alarm in our phones,
Mm-hmm.
like as soon as we type the second digit of R, it jumps onto the minute one to set the
Yes.
minute timer.
Yes, exactly. The moment we set the time, the first one would be set as hours, and next one will quickly jump over to the minute, and next will quickly jump over to the second. Okay, so this is what, this is to restrict the user so that the user enters the values in the correct format. Because I already told you that data entry operator is a person who is a very dumb person. Okay, so until and unless you restrict the user, घोड़ा देखा है? घोड़े के आंखों के सामने इधर दो पट्टे लगाए जाते हैं. Have you ever seen that? Why is it so?
Yes.
Such that the horse shouldn't look here and there. It should just keep moving forward. Understood? So we are restricting the horse just to keep looking forward. Understood? So what, and also you might have seen people who are suffering from spondylitis. They have a kind of a very thick, what you can say, a neck belt which is fixed. Why? That is not because it is going to cure. That is to keep the, to avoid the person, to restrict the person from moving the head. Because the more they restrict the movements, the more, the faster they will recover. Also the plaster which is there, when you get a fracture, why a plaster is used? It is just, the plaster is cast such that you don't move. There is minimal movement of your hand such that your hand gets time to heal. How will it heal? Only when the two parts, the fractured parts of the bones, two fractured pieces of the bones, when they are kept aligned together horizontally and they are touching each other at the right points, only then the cells in the bones will multiply and they will fuse together. But if you keep on moving that, what will happen? This will not take place properly. Understood? So we are restricting the user. So here also we are restricting the user to enter the data and automatically it sets the format of the data. So there are less, we are reducing the chances of errors during typing or data entry. Understood? So I hope the basic idea about input mask is clear to everyone. ये समझ आ गया सबको?
Yes,
Input mask हम क्यों use करते हैं, right? Now there are certain things which you need to maintain as a cheat sheet. So this is a kind of cheat sheet. That is, the following table lists the placeholders and literal characters. Placeholders and literal characters for defining an input mask. Like, I can fix an input mask to allow the user only to enter digit. That is, user must enter. Now there is the difference between these two, must and can. Can anyone tell me what is the difference? Must का मतलब क्या होता है? Can का मतलब क्या होता है? What is the meaning of must enter and what is the meaning of can enter? What is the difference between these two?
I mean, must enter, it is compulsory to add a digit between 0 to 9. And in
Yes.
can, it's up to the user. If he wants, then he can.
Very good. In must enter means it is mandatory. Must enter means it is mandatory. It's compulsory to add data. It's compulsory to enter a digit when 0 is there. Okay. And can means it's optional. User may or may not enter the digit. Understood? So if I specify an input mask somewhere as 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, that is for phone number. It means I am restricting the user to enter 10 digits. User को 10 digit enter करने ही पड़ेंगे. Understood? This is what I am doing. I am restricting the user to enter the 10 digits. So this thing, you have to prepare a cheat sheet and keep it with you. Next is 9. If instead of this, I just provide 9. Suppose I am writing it as like this, or not like this. Maybe first 4 digits are compulsory, next 3 digits are optional. So these are mandatory. 4 digit तो आपको enter करने ही है. It can accept 3 more digits if you want. That is, user may or may not enter the next 3 digits. That is, if I want, I can leave. During data entry, I can type 1, 2, 3, 4. That is also correct. I can type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is also correct. Understood? So these 3 positions I can enter or I can leave it. It's up to me. Okay, let me erase everything. Just give me a moment. I'll erase. There is no option of erasing everything. Okay, students. So our time is up. In the next class, we will continue with input mask, and it's going to take a while. Maybe 1 or 2 classes it will consume, because there are many things which I need to teach you over here. So in the meantime, your task is to just create a chart and keep it on your tabletop at home, and it should contain all these. Okay, so please do that, and then we will actually do it practically in the next class. So thank you everyone. I'm stopping the share. And one important thing, students, I have created a new playlist in my YouTube channel where I will be uploading all the Microsoft Teams online meetings, and I will remove it from streams because it is not getting accessed by anyone. Okay, so thank you.